Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. This is Simone and today we're gonna talk about 5 records that I hope are gonna be repressed or re-released or reissued in 2026. I was looking through my want list earlier on Discogs and I thought, what kind of anniversary reissues would be amazing to have in 2026? So I looked through my want list and there's a lot of things that I hope will get reissued. But there's some that I think would be time for, and it would really round up nicely in terms of anniversaries. So there's a couple of things that might celebrate a 5-year anniversary, 15, 25, even 50-year anniversary reissue. I know some of them probably might never happen. I know some of them is just a matter of repressing them. But let's see, it's different genres, different things, but things that I genuinely think deserve more time and attention and need a bigger, wider release in 2026. So we're gonna start with the most recent one. First up is gonna be a 5-year anniversary of the first time the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind by Jon Brion soundtrack in 2026. So it would be the anniversary edition. It originally came out on vinyl 5 years ago as a Record Store Day first release, and since then we've been waiting patiently for the wider release of that record, but unfortunately it still hasn't come out. Now, this is kind of unusual because usually it takes maybe 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years to wait for the wider distribution release to appear in the market, but that has not been the case. That is such an incredible, iconic soundtrack album, and it sold out almost immediately when it first came out for Record Store Day 2021. So prices are, north of $200 if anything, and it's just such a shame that these things happen, especially thinking about what happened last year with Record Store Day, Black Friday, the issue with Matt, too many records and stuff like that. So I really hope Record Store Day as an entity brings it together and actually pulls this off and releases it to a wider audience. Next, we're gonna jump straight to a 15-year-old anniversary for something of a different genre. We go into soul and R&B. I'm talking about Jhené Aiko, Sailing Souls. This never came out on vinyl. I don't think it ever came out officially on CD either, even though there is a CD version on Discogs, but it looks like it's some kind of bootleggy kind of thing. It doesn't look official. I've never seen a real copy. I don't think any copy officially went on sale. I might be wrong in saying that now, but I haven't properly double checked just before the video. But it's an incredible soul R&B album from 15 years ago. Most of her stuff is already available on vinyl, but for whatever reason, that particular album never made it on vinyl. So it would be amazing for her to reissue this album. It's probably the only thing that is not on vinyl yet. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's a rights thing, but it's just, oh gosh, that needs to be on wax, that's for sure. We jump back 20 years to celebrate a 20-year anniversary. What I would love to see is a 20-year anniversary of Tupac's Pac's Life. I think that is probably the most iconic album that he released, because even though, of course, we're talking about a huge history of Tupac, that somehow, to me, is his best work, funnily enough. I think it's because it's rounded up, it's a more complete kind of work. So I don't know, it's definitely my favorite. I have several of Tupac's releases, not all of them, but that is definitely the one for me. I actually had a promo version of it, but I think it was a clean promo version, and I would like the explicit version and with a full album art. It is available from 20 years ago, but prices are like over £100 usually if you find them in decent conditions. And Tupac stuff has been actually reissued quite a bit, but for whatever reason that album hasn't been reissued since 2006. So it would be nice to see a reissue of that. We're gonna really jump back to 2001, so for a 25-year anniversary. Now this is specific to Italy because I'm gonna talk about Basley Click, the album from Basley Click. This is an Italian hip-hop underground masterpiece. It came just at the end of the golden age of Italian hip-hop, and it sort of was the last project, wide release project back then, before there was a real dip and an emptiness of releases for the future sort of 5 years after that, and then things started to reappear again in the Italian hip-hop field. I know that CD is just impossible to find, and if you do find it, it goes from anything from 300 to 500 euros, if not more. It's very hard because one of the authors of that album usually has the tendency of not releasing the rights for represses, and I think it's now time to sort of let go of the past, let go of the fights that most likely happened back then, because it was especially financially, was a difficult time for them, and that release was a real loss in terms of money, but it left a masterpiece that simply was the right thing but at the wrong time. And I think now, after 25 years, we are ready to have a wider release of that album. If you're not Italian and you don't know that record, I still recommend you go and check it out because it's extremely iconic, and I don't think you need to understand Italian language to appreciate that music and that specific album. We're now gonna jump back all the way to 50 years ago, 1976. I actually have two records. So we have the fifth record and a bonus one because I really couldn't decide. One that I really would love to see a reissue of, and I think that's one of the things that could potentially actually happen, is the Keith Mansfield New Dimension, originally on Conroy. I know Conroy has been reissuing some titles in the last few years, so I'm really hoping that they go back into the vault and look into this masterpiece of library music. This is more of a request almost from my side, because I would love to own that record, and the originals go for 150, 200 pounds. Again, if you find them, when you find them, and they're not always in decent shape. So there's a lot of library music out there, and it can be overwhelming, to be fair, but that album is just something else and really deserves to be reissued. It's been sampled a couple of times on top of that. I don't know if officially or not, but still, it's just mind-blowing, lush music. Phenomenal music. If you don't know it, go and check it out, and let's ask for it. The bonus record that I really hope it gets a reissue this year for the 50th anniversary is Baraka, Love is as Open as Your Heart. This is a private press, and it was famously sampled by DJ Shadow for the introducing album. I simply have never seen one in the wild. I think in the last 10 years, that's been about one place I saw it going for like 250, 300 pounds only once, maybe twice. I don't think it shows up ever, and it always sells for quite a bit of money. Obviously it's a private press, so probably one of the hardest titles to be reissued, but for me this is a video basically putting out and manifesting or asking for these titles to be reissued, because they are missing from my collection, and I want to make sure that my collection has these titles on wax. They deserve your time and attention, and I would instantly buy all of them. Let me know in the comments below what your records, your wish list for like a 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 years anniversary for in 2026 would be. What kind of reissue are you looking forward to, that you know it's coming out, or that you're hoping that people will consider reissuing for 2026 to make a nice reissue, potentially remastered, potentially repress of the music that you're looking for. So let me know in the comments what you think. That's it for now from me. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.